It's Monday, September 30th, 2024, and I'm Dave Sobel. Three things to know today. AI and data take priority as IT budgets shift, cyber workforce slows, and skills shortages persist. AI regulation vetoed in California as NIST shifts password policy focuses from complexity to length. And Meta leads in spatial computing with their Orion AR glasses and AI, highlighting a potential long-term industry shift. This is the business of tech. Accenture reports in their earnings call that enterprises are reallocating IT budgets towards AI and data modernization rather than increasing overall spending. Generative AI has generated significant new bookings, and companies are focusing on enhancing digital capabilities and workforce upskilling. Accenture has expanded its data and AI workforce and is collaborating with firms like S&P Global to develop generative AI skills among their employees. And Gartner forecasts that AI-enabled PCs will account for 43% of global shipments by next year, up from 17% this, with total shipments reaching 114 million units. AI laptops are expected to dominate, comprising 51% of laptop shipments by next year. The shift toward AI PCs will primarily affect the consumer market, with ARM-based AI laptops gaining market share from Windows x86 systems. The global cybersecurity workforce has seen its first growth slowdown in 5 years, with only a 0.1% increase year over year, totaling 5.5 million professionals, while a shortage of 4.8 million workers persists, per a report from ISC2. Despite increasing cybersecurity threats, U.S. cybersecurity employment shrank nearly 5%, highlighting budget cuts and hiring freezes. Employers prioritize revenue-generating roles over cybersecurity, and there's a disconnect between the skills sought by hiring managers and those perceived as necessary by applicants. ISC2 recommends creating more learning opportunities and recruiting diverse talent to address these challenges. And a Pluralsight survey reveals that many IT workers struggle to keep their skills updated due to rapid technological advancements. Half of current workers and nearly a third of aspiring ones feel overwhelmed. Key skills in demand include software engineering, cybersecurity, and AI and machine learning. Why do we care? Accenture's earnings call signals a shift in enterprise spending toward AI and data modernization rather than a broad increase in IT budgets. That's where customers want to focus. It's a reallocation, which is a key detail. And that's as the cyber workforce is shrinking. So do more with less is the key. Watch your teams as their jobs are overwhelming. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm noting that these will be the skills of those who excel. With as many breaches and security concerns as I report in this show, it should be obvious that cybersecurity is not just about technology, but also the human expertise needed to interpret and respond to complex threats. Huntress is focused on elevating SMBs and MSPs around the world. Huntress has a suite of fully managed cybersecurity solutions powered by a 24/7 human-led SOC, dedicated to continuous monitoring, expert investigation, and rapid response. And the proof is the execution. Huntress is the #1 rated EDR for SMBs on G2. Want to know more about the platform? Visit huntress.com/MSP Radio to learn more. And some big news around regulation. California Governor Gavin Newsom vetoed strict AI regulation bill SB 1047, which would have required companies to test powerful AI systems and held them liable for harmful uses. Newsom plans to collaborate with academics to develop alternative guidelines for AI deployment, while the veto highlights the ongoing debate around AI safety and regulation. Newsom cited that it was wrong to single out large models, mainly when smaller ones are more likely to be involved in critical decision-making. NIST has revised its password guidelines, no longer recommending complexity requirements or mandatory password resets. The new guidelines advocate for passwords of at least 15 characters, allowing up to 64 characters, and including ASCII and Unicode characters. The focus has shifted from complexity to length, as longer passwords are harder to crack and easier for users to remember. Password resets should only occur after a credential breach, as frequent changes often lead to weaker passwords. Why do we care? From a legislative perspective, perfect has become the enemy of good here. I find Newsom's reasoning is flawed, as this isn't a zero-sum game. Better to start with some and build on it than have nothing at all. The good news is that a client refresh of password policies is due, moving away from complex, frequently changing passwords to longer, more user-friendly passwords addresses the long-standing issues of password fatigue and weak security practices. Users will like this one, and it's worth highlighting the change in a positive way. I wanted to note a few things from Meta's Connect event last week. The most significant announcement is a device codenamed Orion that you can't buy. Meta's Orion AR glasses, unveiled by Mark Zuckerberg, are a promising but currently unavailable wearable computer that could change everything. While they offer features akin to smartphones and utilize eye tracking and a muscle-reading wristband for interaction, their high production cost of around $10,000 means they won't be mass-produced as a product. Meta plans to launch consumer-targeted AR glasses based on the Orion prototype by 2030, aiming for a price range between smartphones and laptops, likely around $1,000. Big Technology had one of the best write-ups of the hand-on experience if you're interested. Link in the show notes. ZDNet highlighted how Meta is outpacing Apple in innovation with new products like the Quest 3S and AI-enhanced Ray-Ban smart glasses. While Apple continues to refine existing products, Meta is making bold advancements in mixed reality and AI technologies, positioning itself as a leader in the space. So an article in Information Week is timely: how to make spatial computing practical. Spatial computing integrates virtual and physical worlds through AR, VR, and IoT technologies, enhancing workforce skills and productivity across manufacturing, healthcare, and retail. Benefits include improved training, collaboration, and operational efficiency, while challenges involve privacy and security concerns. Organizations are advised to start with pilot projects and ensure robust network infrastructure to support the technology's demands. Now, why do we care? This is a long-term reason to care. Meta has shown what the finish line looks like in the so-called race for spatial computing. AR glasses with sophisticated interaction methods like eye tracking and muscle reading, and Meta has sent a signal that they intend to be a leader here. The technology could lead to a new computing paradigm integrating AI with real-world awareness. That's a big could, and the trick is the time frame. The lenses are the most expensive part, by a lot. So from a strategic perspective, that's the area to watch. 1 minute, EDR and MDR providers are telling you don't need a SIM. And the next, they're telling you to duct tape some logs together and upsell you an add-on. Blue Mirror offers a game-changing cloud SIM platform designed for IT teams of any size. Unlimited ingestion, unlimited integrations, managed detections, guided response, 1-year retention, and 24/7 SOC support. And the best part? Blue Mirror is free for MSPs. Don't settle for a SIM-ish add-on. Get started with your NFR account at bluemirror.com/radio. That's BLUMIRA.com/radio. Thanks for listening. Today is the show's 5-year anniversary. Please don't go back and listen to that first one. The news is old, and I'm not nearly as good as I hope I am now. Thank you for being on the journey with me. That you welcome me into your ears for a few minutes a day is something that I really treasure. I love doing this. And it's fitting on International Podcast Day. I'll be doing 2 live broadcasts as part of SMB Tech Fest on October 17th and 18th. So make sure to sign up and join the event. smbtechfest.com/go/Sobel. Link in the show notes. And if you have a question you want answered, I take those listener questions. Send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video, to question@mspradio.com. I'll answer them live on the Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn, 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you again for celebrating the anniversary with me. If you like the show, share it with a colleague. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you like the content, please make sure to hit that like button, follow, or subscribe.
It's free and easy, and the best way to support the show and help us grow. You can also check out our Patreon, where you can join the Business of Tech community at patreon.com/MSP Radio, or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Finally, if you're interested in advertising on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening to me, and I will talk to you again on our next episode of the Business of Tech.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.